I am Scott Messick, a solutions engineer with Fortra. I cover our file transfer solutions as well as content scanning and email security products. Today, I'm going to be going over our MFT System Architecture Guide. It is a document that has been put together and placed in the GoAnywhere Customer Portal to help you when architecting your GoAnywhere platform. This document has a lot of very useful information. If you have any questions about any of this, you can always reach out to your account management team or support, and we can further clarify anything or help you out as you need it. So there's a nice table of contents. We go over the basics from an infrastructure standpoint, some things to consider, clustering, licensing, database, security, content scanning. Pretty much you name it, it's in here, very high level. Of course, you can deploy our solutions on-prem, you can put them in your cloud, or we can host them for you. So once again, contact your account manager or technical account manager or support, and we could help you in a little more detail if you're interested. Basically, you could do a single system. You can do a single system with an externalized database. We also have a gateway. As you can see here, the firewall, there's nothing from the outside world to your internal network. There's just an outbound connection from the MFT system to the platform. That's a step up over a standard load balancer or firewall device that could be natting. If you're thinking that you have a proper security architecture, the gateway might be something for you to consider. You can cluster your gateways. You can cluster your MFT servers. You don't need a load balancer to do that. It's all built into our software. Example of a single gateway, multiple MFT, multiple gateway, multiple MFT platform. We've got full support for any of your disaster recovery considerations. We can help you architect that, or you may know what you want to do just by looking at this guide or considering the options that we make available. Here's a full-fledged production and DR clustered environment. If your DR environment is offline, you can contact your account manager. We could help you with the licensing to make sure that you can use both platforms. A schematic of a software lifecycle schedule. So you can see here when considering whether or not you want to build out additional test environments, we highly recommend them. And you don't necessarily need to make your environments like for like. As you can see, production, we've got some clusters, UAT clusters, but in development, it's just a single node environment. We've got full support for AWS and Azure. We get into the system requirements, some resource recommendations. I won't spend too much time going through this, but both are fully supported. And also, we've got some storage things to consider here with supported, not supported, so on and so forth. Some things to consider when building out your storage platform that's to be used by GoAnywhere. Now we talk about security, content scanning. We recommend implementing an ICAP gateway. You can use ours, that's our ClearSwift ICAP gateway, or you can use a third party. It doesn't really matter. We fully support the ICAP protocol. There's a couple of different ways that you can scan files. There's a global intercept or an automatic hook. And then if you need workflows, you can use triggers and projects. You can do a single ClearSwift ICAP gateway environment, or you could do maybe one per site, or you could do multiple per site. You can cluster two different gateways, or you can have them span between multiple sites. You would need a load balancer in between GoAnywhere and ClearSwift. You can use a rights management solution. We have something that we can offer that controls the security of a file throughout its life cycle. You can reach out to us. We can discuss that with you in more detail. We also recommend a WAF, Web Application Firewall. We've got one that we could recommend to you, or you could build your own WAF. Here's a simple architecture schematic. And then we've got our Threat Brain, which is basically all of our security solutions. The bad actors are built into this internal database supported by Fortra. GoAnywhere can leverage it to weed out bad connections. And now you can also come to us for performance considerations. So we've got an extensive amount of documentation for stress tests, both on the GoAnywhere and on the ICAP gateway, the content scanning front. Thanks for taking the time to review this short document, which is available in our portal. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your account management team. Thank you very much.